We hit the best irons ever released. They look like a blade, but they say they offer cavity back forgiveness. How can this be true? And how can they be so good?
Well confirmed, that's a 3-iron. I've never hit a 3-iron like that in my life.
God, it's no offset on that at all, is there? Oh, go in the hole, please.
It's like they suit any level of golfer.
And I look down and I think, I can't hit that. Can't hit it, I can hit that.
It's safe to say the technology in these irons is
Did
true
you
to its
feel it
word.
offered you more forgiveness than it actually looked like it did have?
Much more.
Okay.
I wasn't expecting that to,
Is that justifiable difference in price?
from me.
I got Zack, a mid-handicap golfer and a subscriber of the
Beautiful
channel
hit.
to help me
Be the club again?
Do it.
see how good these irons are.
We have a treat today. These are the Miura TC202. We've got a 3-iron, 6-iron, and 9-iron. And these are super premium. These are about £350 and /dollars per head. How'd you feel, Zack?
Nervous.
So, Zack, this is like, I mean, I've been looking to test a few premium irons, never actually put them in the bag, but this is the first time you're gonna have your hands on a set of like proper premium irons. So Zack plays on 15. Currently using a set of
Ben Ross Delta XTs.
which are like the P790, aren't they? The sort of hollow headed.
Yeah.
Now, what's
sort of.
really interesting about these, one, the fact that they're really expensive and do they perform? Number two, these are muscle back look. I mean, they look like a bit of a blade to me, if I'm honest, but they say they give cavity back forgiveness. Now, one of the features, if I just hold up the 6-iron there, is that you can see the difference in the weight. They got a weighting system here, which allows them to disperse weight in different places for the iron. So it's slightly graduated. So my imagining here is to have it lower and deeper and further back to help launch something like a 3-iron. It moves slightly higher up the face, something like a 6-iron. Again, doesn't need to be as low to help launch. And then 9-iron, it goes slightly different again. I'm really interested to see how these perform. What are your thoughts? Put it down the ball. Let's get your ideas. Like, essentially, more irons are made from very, very high-end materials. That's one of the things that contribute to the costs of these.
That's very thin immediately.
I know. So we're 202 yards to the flag here. This is a real world test. We're going to hit a couple of shots each with each of these irons and see how we get on. And just to add to this, it's insanely windy. Like, insanely windy. Right, there are some of the features we will talk about in the tech, but let's get hitting. So, first shot. Here we go. I'm excited for you here.
I'm glad you are. I'm twitching.
Oh, talk to me about this hit with the 3-iron. Get on the green.
Do it.
Get on the green. Oh. Can we just take a minute that that's a 3-iron?
Well confirmed, that's a 3-iron. I've never hit a 3-iron like that in my life.
Oh my God. How good was that shot?
Oh, that felt nice as well.
So what did it feel like? So describe it to us. Like, did it feel smooth? Did it feel soft? Did it feel...
It was fairly soft. It's quite a daunting look. It is very thin in the top line.
It is, isn't it?
I think it looks very bladey from the top.
There's not much offset either.
No.
Very little offset.
But it did feel very soft off the face.
Can we just take a minute for that shot?
I'm quite happy with that.
We can just finish the video there.
That'll do.
Right, so let me hit one more way because there's something really interesting. There's a bit of toe and heel relief here. So essentially they've ground out here and ground out here. They call it like a Y. Let me get the exact wording for you, everybody, because I would like to get the absolute facts right with this. So they have a Y grind. Yeah, I was right. I should have trusted myself. A Y grind, and you can sort of see it there. Can you see it there? So if I sort of keep moving it in the air, that gives you sort of toe and leading edge and trail relief. Essentially, it's going to help improve turf interaction. It's only very subtle, sort of like a ridge in the
tiny
middle.
Little ridge in the middle.
Yeah. Oh, I feel a bit of pressure here to hit a good shot after you've just lasered a 3-iron onto about 25, 30 feet. God, it's no offset on that at all, is there? All right, here we go. I've got to hit the green here.
No pressure.
Oh, I got a piece, hold on.
Go on, go on.
Oh, I just slightly mishit that. Look where I got it. I got it slightly out the toe. but it still travelled a pretty good
Still
distance.
travelled.
So there, I got it a little bit there. This was your mark, right out the ideal middle. And that was mine there, a little bit out towards the toe. So your opinion on these? I mean, it's early to say. We're going to go into the shorter stuff now, because we don't tend to carry much of a 3-iron. Do you carry a 3-iron? You got 4, haven't you?
4 irons as high as I go.
Did you feel it offered you more forgiveness than it actually looked like it did have?
Much more.
Okay.
I wasn't expecting that to feel as nice as it did.
Were you expecting it to come up short of what?
Yeah,
what
I
you
didn't
hit
think
that?
I was going to get as much out of that as
Whereas you're currently sat lovely and pin
I'm
high.
currently sat pin high.
So let's go 6-iron. How much closer do we have to go with sort of 200-ish here? 180, should we take 15, sort of 20 yards?
Yeah, we'll go 15, 20.
So we're 190, so we've come about 15 yards closer. And
Have
that's
a
all right.
go.
Yeah, and that's all right. So we've got 6-iron in our hand now. So is there anything you like about the design? Do you like, it's quite minimalistic, isn't it?
Yeah, it's sleek. There's not too much going on. I just think it's quite a nice, it's just everything about it. It's quite a nice, attractive club.
Yeah, it's not rounded either. It's quite angular, I think, in its design. So, like for example, a ping, I'd say it's quite a rounded look
Yeah, I
to
agree.
it. You can sort of see how it's quite angular and down. It's I quite like this outer edge here. Does that have any more offset than just have a little more offset?
There's a little bit more.
That 3-iron was crazy, literally crazy. They call this the T weight bar. This in the back, and you can sort of see, guess why they call it a T, right? Zack, you're 1 for 1 with a 3-iron. Let's see if we can get 2 for 2 with 3-iron and 6-iron. This will be ace to see you get it on the green with this one.
This would be a big hit for me.
Yeah, I reckon you've got it. I reckon you've got it.
Nope.
Let's go again. I reckon this is a smooth one for you here, so don't have to give it plenty.
I just had it all over my feet.
Let's get it really pegged up because the light is shocker here. Beautiful hit. Be the club again.
Do it.
Get up.
Do it.
Oh.
Told you it was a big hit.
Yeah, that's carried the best part of 185.
I felt fantastic again.
Did it really feel?
Yeah. It feels like it just glides.
So, do you feel, so
Just comes through.
going back to one of those points of this sole, do you feel like it interacts with the turf? I'm going to say the general comment better than what yours do. Difficult to say.
Difficult to say, but I think it does react very nicely.
Interesting. And off the face,
Probably.
did
Yeah.
that feel smooth?
I'll give you it. I think probably is slightly nicer than mine.
But it's interesting because I always think people have this idea, and I'm very much in this camp, that there's not much difference between irons. But then these are ultra premium. This is like buying like a top of the range car, isn't it? It's ridiculous. Anything that's sort of made in Japan, you know it comes with a very, very high build quality. And I don't think they want everybody to use them. It's not that kind of club. But what's interesting is you can get a very sleek looking thing and what looks
good
like
result.
a good result, but also a playable club, which is hard to get because usually you've seen Cali irons, you've seen Tacomo, their irons are very much, I'm not saying they're bigger, but they have to do other things in order to distribute weight to make them playable. Whereas they've got something that's very sleek looking that is clearly quite playable. Right, okay, here's my attempt with the 6-iron. There is a little more offset with this, but that top line is still sneaky thin,
Still
isn't it?
quite thin.
Does that give you less confidence?
Yeah, it's not something I'm particularly used to. I don't particularly like blades for exactly that reason.
So let me hit this shot away, then I got a question to see if you actually would game a set something like this style if it offered that forgiveness. Right, okay. Your 2 shots are great there. I've had 1 mediocre. Here we go. That was a better shot. Be the club.
Yeah, that's
Oh, go in the hole,
Go.
please. Go in the hole. Oh, just a little short.
Very
They do
nice.
feel very soft. Feel very, very soft. I found the middle on that one. That was a better shot. Real better shot. Right. So my question to you would be, does the fact that top line is thin, is that one of the things that would put you off this set of irons? If someone said to you, right, you can choose any set of irons, doesn't matter what you're going for, you can choose any set of irons.
On just pick up and looking down, probably.
Yeah.
Because I would think they're not for me.
So when you, for example, if you'd have shot over water, you'd be like, oh, that's going to play into this, or all that mental aspect of, oh, I'm not going to be able to get it far enough.
I think it's the mental aspect of me playing off 15 and looking down and thinking I'm not good enough for these.
Yeah.
I think there's an element of that. You tend to think of a blade with a much better player.
Yeah, I agree.
And I look down and I think, I can't hit that. Can't hit it, I can hit that.
Right, okay, so let's go and hit some 9 irons. You've hit 2 crackers there. We'll go around the 150 here on the right-hand side of this hole, and we'll play some 9 irons in there. So for 5 yards, we're saying roughly we think you're about 5 yards longer with these to half a club. Is that justifiable difference in price?
For me, no.
I think that's the same for everybody. I think
yeah, for me, definitely not.
It's going to be hard to convert somebody away from your irons or any set of irons that are a lot less than that for 5 yards. And I don't know, I mean, I love that. The look of these irons are amazing. They look pure. They're like a work of art. I just don't know how many people are going to be able to stump up the money.
If I could, I would.
So, okay, if money was no object.
Yeah, if money was no object, absolutely I would.
Would you be like, oh my God, this is like, someone said to you, you've got free reign, choose any irons you want.
Yeah, I mean, for me, all you want is for me as a proper amateur Saturday golfer, all I want is, I say, a good looking irons that I'm happy to look at and that perform all right for me.
Well, so
if money was no object, that ticks the boxes for me.
It's interesting there, if you hold them to the side, if you look at it there, you see the difference in the sole. You mentioned this earlier. Thinner, bit thicker, even thicker. So it almost looks like a bit more like a wedge, this, doesn't it, in the sense of how they sort of look and thickness at this toe area. Right, it's time to hit a 9-iron away, sir. We're around about 150. Let's hit some.
See if we miss Mr. Tractor.
Oh, shit.
Oh, 4! He's in my head.
My life flashed before my eyes, and his life was a flash before his eyes. Oh my God!
Oh, he got in my head.
I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised.
Oh, I was
right.
a pint.
Okay, I'll give you the review of the 9-iron.
Yeah, that's a better one.
You've hit the 3 irons, Zack. You've hit the 6-iron. I'll hit the 9. It does look a bit bigger, that blade there, doesn't it? The chunkier, the size.
Yeah.
Just getting over the old...
It's definitely a bit more comforting.
Yeah, it looks a lot bigger, that, than those. Right, okay, here we go.
Strike.
Wow, that was pure. That felt like a hot knife through butter. That wind's just switched on us. That feels now into the wind.
It has, it's just changed.
But that was a really, really pure strike. Look at that turf interaction. That felt really, really nice. And okay, let's jump up to the green and we'll just talk about a few things that we've noticed on the differences between the shaping and the looks. So, overall, there's a difference in the shaping. Slightly bigger, higher toe area on the 9. This is the 6, this is the 3. So see how it gets a little bit higher in here. Now, my overall opinion, I think these are a very good set of irons. These are the shots, by the way. This is the 6, this is a 6, this is a 3, that is a 3. You win the closest for 3 iron.
Thank you.
And you know what? Yeah, I think they are, as a really exclusive, really premium iron, I think they honestly deliver everything they say they do. I think they're more forgiving than they look. They feel great in the turf. They fly good with a long iron. They weren't low with those 3 irons, were they? And you definitely feel there's a bit of assistance there in terms of this weighting system. And yeah, I really, really like them. But the big question mark we've already mentioned is that price point. Like, we're seeing they go longer for you, but is it justifiable? What are your thoughts?
I agree. I think they're a great looking iron. I think they're a great performing iron. I just think price-wise, it's a very exclusive iron.
Yeah.
It's obviously what they're going for, but if you can afford them, absolutely be having them.
There you go. There's the answer. Thanks so much for watching.